All right. Shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I want to say call Halayim Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai Bahashim Rakah Quitash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, who have taught me this truth and who rule well in this truth. Shalom to the 144,000 and the hopeful elect of the nation of Israel that is scattered throughout the four corners of the earth. Peace and mercy unto you. You so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, you are the true Hebrew Israelites that the Bible speaks of. You are the true chosen people of the book. All right, so I have this article here. All right, it's going to be a very short video because this article, it's going to take nothing but 2 to 3 minutes to read through it, man. But I want to bring you this news, man, to let you know what's going on, man. All right. So this article, it reads the title, all right, ministers say digital ID cards will help deter migrants from heading to UK. All right. Now, we all know what this is about, man. All right. We all know what this is about. Little by little, gradually, Esau Edom always got some type of excuse, all right, to bring forth, a digital ID, all right, which is going to eventually and gradually lead up to the MOTB, the mark of the beast, which is the RFID microchip, man. All right, all the time you hear about this country or so-and-so wants to bring forth the digital ID, and because you got to understand, these politicians, even your mayors, your senates, and your governors, they're all puppets for the elite banking family. So when you hear stuff like digital IDs and these politicians talking about digital IDs and reasons why they want to bring digital ID, man, all right, we all know what it's about, man. All right, to gradually lead up to the MOTB, the mark of the beast, which is the RFID microchip, man. All right. So let's read this article real quick, man. All right, and then that's it, man. All right. It says the fear of illegal immigrants is being used as an excuse to push for digital IDs. Yeah, all right. Edom got any excuse, all right, to bring forth the digital ID, man. All right. The fear of illegal immigrants is being used as an excuse to push for digital IDs and expand the use of facial recognition surveillance. Yeah. What's that sound like? That sounds like complete control, man. Because that's what the agenda is all about. That's what Esau Edom's New World Order agenda is about, man. All right, have complete control of the entire world. Have this world in complete slavery, man. All right. It says ministers are working on plans to introduce ID cards, but they say they will be only for immigrants. All right, UK and Irish citizens will not have to carry one yet. All right, yeah, because first they're for immigrants, and now they're going to be for regular citizens, and then eventually for everybody. Then it's going to be made mandatory. All right, All right, it says former Labor Minister Harriet Harman, all right, says the government should introduce digital identity cards to deter migrants coming to the UK illegally. All right. It says, so has uncontrolled immigration been the manufactured, all right, problem for digital ID? Because you got to understand, everything is systematically done, bro. Everything is systematically done, starting with elite banking families, trickling down all the way to your lower, lesser elites like politicians and prime ministers and presidents and, these billionaires. All right, they're used as puppets, man. All right, to bring forth the agenda of the elites, man. Everything is systematically done and manufactured, bro. All right. It says has uncontrolled immigration been your manufactured problem? Yeah, the systematically created problem, all right, for which digital ID was always the manufactured solution. Yeah, because you got a problem, You create the problem and you come behind it with a solution. Order ab KO, man. All right. So they create the uncontrolled immigration problem. All right. So they could come behind it with what? Digital IDs, man. All right, which is eventually going to lead up to what? The MOTB, the mark of the beast, which is the RFID microchip, man. All right. Let's keep reading, all right, because this says the same thing as what we just read up here, all right. Digital ID cards will help to deter migrants from heading to UK, Harriet Harman says, all right. It says Baroness Harman, all right, Baroness Harman told Beth Rigby on the Electoral Dysfunction podcast, one of the country's pull factors is the fact people arriving on small boats can easily work illegally. All right. She said having digital ID cards would make it even more difficult for people to work illegally. All right. So, just to bring forth an agenda, man. All right. It says the Labour peer who was a minister under Sir Tony Blair, an interim, all right, party leader in 2015, said she does not see ID cards as a way of stopping people doing things, although she said it is important to stop people working illegally. All right. It could also be used to check people's eligibility to vote, so they do not have to go through the difficulties of what difficulties they got to go through if you're a citizen. You're already all you gotta do is show your ID, and so just some excuse, man. All right, she admitted on her view on ID cards. All right, she admitted her view on ID cards may be seen as politically incorrect, with the issue dividing Labour MPs. All right, however, Sir Tony has been a long-term supporter of more than 40 Labour MPs. All right, from three groups on Tuesday urged ministers to introduce digital IDs to help control the migration system and improve public services. And that's what you see going on right now, especially here in America. That's why you got the ICE running rampant, man. All right, coming down hard on Jake. All right, primarily Issachar, man. All right, but they ain't got problems with the other so-called illegal immigrants, man. Like the Europeans, the white Europeans, they mainly focus on Jake. All right, Issachar, man. You Mexicans, man. All right. It says, I think now with the digital situation and people have so much digital ID, it depends on whether or not you think the state is going to actually overstep the mark and oppress people. All right, Baroness Harman said. All right, what do you think, man? All right, but I think there are things that the government has to do that people want them to do, which digital ID will enable them to do. All right, so there you have it, man. All right, you got more and more people calling for digital IDs, man. All right, you always got somebody calling for a digital ID for whatever excuse, man. All right, you always got articles of people coming out. Oh, we need to move to a digital ID. All right, this prime minister said this. We should move to a digital ID, or this prime minister of this country or president or this politician said this about digital IDs should be mandatory. You know what I'm saying? Like, somebody always calling for a digital ID, man. All right, why? Why do you think, man? All right. Come on, man. All right, because you got something known as the mark of the beast, which is the RFID microchip, man. Trying to get people to you stay hearing about digital IDs, man. And coming up with excuses and ways why why we need those digital IDs, man. All right. So, everything is moving closer, all right, one step closer again, man, all right, to the MOTB, the mark of the beast, which is the RFID microchip, man. All right, this was a quick video, man. I just want you, to let y'all know what's happening, man, whatever. All right, so with that being said, all right, call Halalyam Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai Bahashim Rakah Quitash. All right, so on to the next one. Shalom, shalom.